had seen it to what it was. Now, for the first time in its entirety, you are seeing the Mexico City saucer just as we first saw it. We haven't enhanced or manipulated the footage, and we haven't removed anything. Translation is being withheld because of the nature of the language used. Let's just say the shooter and his friend are very excited. What do you think? Is this hard and fast evidence of an extraterrestrial invasion? Is it a hologram? Or an experimental craft deployed by the military? Or is it indeed a most elaborate hoax? In order to get to the bottom of the incredible flying saucer footage, we went to the exact location where the saucer had supposedly been hovering. We were looking for answers, for eyewitnesses, anyone who may have had a part in the mysterious sighting on that day. Anyone, that is, who would be willing to talk about it.
And at least I found the place. This is real, the place exists, the buildings. And then I found not one witness, but 12 witnesses. Some of them who were just under the object, others who saw it far away, others who didn't see the object, but remember that their animals went absolutely crazy that same day.
You presented this video. You presented the video at first without knowing where it was. Why? Because you wanted to flush people out? You wanted people to come out and say, hey, yeah, I know where this is?
Exactly, and it happened just one day after. It worked. And for me, it was very important because I found the place, the physical existed. This was not a photographical trick.
But you're also telling me that you can't authenticate it without talking to the photographer.
Absolutely.
But the story's consistent with everyone you have spoken to.
Exactly.
One eyewitness to the August 6, 1997 saucer was 13-year-old Cassandra.
Can you show me where you were standing when you saw it?
¿Podrías decirle dónde lo viste cuando estabas parada? It was in the middle of those two buildings.
I was scared.
Was it wobbling, floating?
Se movía así?
At first it was still, but was wobbling. Then after it balanced, it shot out toward the corner of the buildings, and then it disappeared.
As our interview progressed, Cassandra told us that the object had been spinning and that she thought she saw windows. She also revealed that right after the sighting, she told her father about the UFO, but he had not believed her.
We have found 12 witnesses. If we want to look for more, we could find more.
We continued to look. We questioned those familiar with the area where the saucer had apparently been taped. We looked from every possible point of view. We heard that there had been a sighting about a mile north in the wealthy suburb of Bosques Las Lomas. There we met Annie Lask, a young woman who had been on the roof of her house on August 6th, and she told us the saucer in the video had hovered directly over her.
And how high above you was it?
Like 20 meters. The outer rim was spinning really fast, and the hissing. When I realized there was this weird thing on top of my head, I wanted to take a picture, and I turned to take the picture. I turned up, and it wasn't there. But there was like this mist, like purple mist, or maybe haze.
After the saucer left her, standing in a purple staticky haze,
Came from here, went over there, and that's...
Annie Lask does not remember getting down from the roof.
Since that day, I had constant headaches, like every day, like really strong headaches. My eyes burned so bad.
They still do?
Yes, since that day.
We've done a site survey in this exclusive neighborhood and believe that building is where the infamous videotape was shot. A building that denied us access.
That's the terror.
Jaime and his investigative team had been here before, but today, as we approached again, we couldn't be sure of what we might encounter.
We were kicked out, I mean, aggressively. I felt that they were going to hit us.
On this day, we weren't kicked out, we were locked out, and inquiries about what business was being conducted in this unmarked office building went unanswered. We attempted to interview people in the two condos so prominent in the saucer video. The exclusive complexes were like fortresses. At one, we were kicked out. At the other, we were escorted out. So we were forced to turn from investigating who had seen it to what it was. The footage was delivered anonymously to Jaime Maussan's offices at Televisa. Now we're taking the footage to Propulsion Aviation and video analysts for their opinions. Allison Holloway interviewed David Froning, who is a propulsion engineer and 30-year veteran of McDonnell Douglas.
What's your best guess at what this is?
I think it's an intelligently controlled craft. It looks like it's being propelled by what we call field propulsion, a propulsion or a mode of impulsion which we ourselves have not fully developed yet. This country has built vehicles that are lenticular in shape, just like that. They're driven by high-performance gas turbine engines that can kind of fly around in the sky just like this did.
So you're telling me that we have something in existence like this already that looks, what, like a flying
It looks like that, it wobbles like that,
right,
but it makes a lot of noise.
The wobble that it's making, drawing on all your experience, does it look to you like it's out of control?
Well, the wobble at the onset looks like an object suspended by a string. But then when you test it, it's not that. Also, many other videos of UFOs wobble like that.
We took the footage to Ray Raimondi and Fred Giarratana, who are special effects supervisors at the award-winning commercial division of Digital Domain, the company responsible for the special effects in the movie Titanic.
Fred, smoking gun or hoax?
Definitely smoking gun.
Why the glint in your eye?
Because I'm very excited to see this. It's to me, it's the most compelling footage that I've seen. This might be the one that we've been waiting for.
Ray, smoking gun or hoax?
Really good hoax.
A hoax in which there was physically a craft over this apartment building, or a hoax that was done in a computer-generated lab such as this?
Right. From what we've been able to look at, it looks like either it was done amazingly well from a CG point of view, like in a computer effects place or something like that. But I don't really believe that. There's just too many things that make it look like it was really, really there. It was photographed in the camera, meaning that it wasn't affected afterward. Like, for instance, when it goes behind the building, the way the edge breaks apart is kind of consistent with the way video consumer cameras just kind of break up on those edges.
All right, so we're on the wide shot. If you can pull that back just a little bit. We're on a wide shot right here. And you can see a little figure up here to the left of this apartment building. Then if you let it roll, and as it goes, that figure, you zoom in and the figure gets bigger.
Right.
Yeah,
That's a difficult effect to do.
Yeah, the first thing we noticed was just that if it was done as an effect, it was done seamlessly, because the zoom part it's natural. The hand holding of the camera is all natural, and whatever that is stays exactly with it perfectly.
How was it done then?
My theory in looking at it is it looks like it's being suspended from something above, like a helicopter. It's so far away and hazy that if there was a cable there, you wouldn't see it.
Am I correct in hearing that you both agree this did exist over these buildings on that day when these pictures were shot?
More than likely.
You disagree whether it's a man-made hoax or a real deal craft of some sort.
It was a misty day. Who knows what all the mechanisms are available for stealth and cloaking of these kinds of ships? What if the pilots of this ship realized when the person shooting the video had them locked on, holy smoke, somebody can see us now, and they revved up their engines, got out of there?
I think if this was a hoax, they would have come out already. If in 6 months, 2 years, nothing has happened. The truth hasn't come out, but nobody has proved this was real. Then I think we have the real thing.
But in the shadow world between UFO, Black Project, and hoax, there are no absolute truths. We may never know if the real danger is imaginary, coming from our own government, or most chilling of all, coming from the stars.